What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing Gorosaurus 1968 from Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. Give y'all a little bit of a look on him and his packaging. Side has Gorosaurus name. Other side's the same. And this is from Playmates. On the back, you get to see all four monsters in the set. Well, these two were in a set beforehand, and then you got the set right here. If you want to know about this monster right here, Rodan, go check out his video that I've done. Down here's we got our Lego Mumbo Jumbo, and if you want to pause the video and scan the scan right here to see if your target has it in stock. Go ahead. All right, let's go on and snip our Gorosaurus out of the package. All right, I see that the feet are going to be a little bit harder to get, so I will bring y'all back here in a second. All right, I got him out of his box. There is some assembling, and that is the tail, just like some of the other Playmate monsters. And to do this, you just gotta take his tail right here in this part and just snap it in. Now you got two different ways you can do this. You can take a hair dryer and do it, or put some hot water on the thing. But as y'all just saw me do, I didn't do that. He's nice and dry. But yeah, we got our Gorosaurus. Now, if you want to know something funny, when I saw this figure in store, I grabbed it, I hugged it, I did a bear hug on the figure while I was in the package, and I ran all the way to the cash register and paid for it. Because I was not going to let anybody try and take this figure out of the cart or out of my hands. I was just in the mood to get, when I saw him, I was in the mood to get him back to the house. But the person I was with thought it was really funny that I bear hugged a toy and ran to the store. I mean, at the front of the store. Granted, this figure is hard to find, and that's why I did it. Give y'all a little bit of a 360 look on him. Showing all of his good details. Only thing I don't get is why is the feet like so close to each other? Is there like a certain way you gotta have his feet? I think that's what it is. I think one foot's supposed to be kind of up front. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how you're supposed to stand him, because it's like one foot is just bowed. Hopefully y'all can see. Let me move the camera down some so y'all can see all of him. There we go. But if y'all can see, what I mean by that is the feet are kind of bowed. I don't know if it's just mine because of the packaging. Maybe he's meant to be like in a walking pose. Like that maybe. Or his foot's up some. Maybe that's why he's tilted. So I just noticed that his body is kind of curved. If y'all could tell, it's just going at a certain angle. But Gorosaurus doesn't look too bad. Now we're going to move on to color. Color is mostly like a grayish blue, or light gray with mixed of like blue in it. The underbelly is like a not caramel or cream, but kind of like skin toned. Looks pretty good. The only thing I don't like is that they did a good job on his paint job, but they forgot the one detail of Gorosaurus, and that is under his neck. Not under his neck, but like right here under the jaw is supposed to be red. If any of y'all have seen Destroy All Monsters or King Kong Escapes, in both movies, Gorosaurus right here has a reddish tone under his jaw. Go reddish, and then it goes into this color right around here. But other than that, it doesn't. The skin, the body, nothing bothers me on him. The only thing bothers me is that I can't have him in like a regular pose because his foot is tilted like that, unless it's supposed to be like this. But I don't know. Hopefully, hopefully it'll get where it'll be straight. Hopefully. But alright, we're going to move on to articulation, and the head can go 360 all the way around. Hands can go, okay, you can probably get 360, but you're going to have to pull his arm out right here and go can do 360, but you're going to have to move it. Now, what about the legs? The legs can go, let's see, alright. Okay, this leg can go 360. How about this leg? Just sometimes you get them and they can only do one at one. Okay. And tail, we all know that it can go all the way around because we have to add that. But I mean, sometimes the legs, if they're shaped different and different poses, they're not going to do the same thing sometimes. But yeah, Gorosaurus is a pretty cool monster. If you like dinosaurs, he's actually the closest one to a dinosaur, even more than Godzilla, because he is just a mutated or giant Allosaurus. He's not a T-Rex like some people would think he is, but he's an Allosaurus of a really big head. You would think he'd be good at headbutts, but no, you know what this monster's specialty is? Is jumping up on his tail and doing a can't. If you move his feet, and alright, we got it. Looking like he actually is kicking somebody. Hey, yup, everybody, this monster actually jumps up, lands on his tail, and kangaroo kicks other monsters or buildings. Whatever gets in his way, I guess. Okay, I moved his head a little bit to make it look more like he's looking straight ahead. But I kind of do like Gorosaurus. He was one of my favorites back when I was younger. Especially this monster right here actually knocked over King Ghidorah by itself in the Showa movies. By just jumping up and doing the kangaroo kick. Abilities, well, like I said, he does a kangaroo kick. He does have his claws, but I don't know how good they would probably do. Probably if he got close enough, he could probably scratch another monster. But with this big head, he has his big teeth. And probably does have a pretty good bite force in those jaws. I kind of like that eye when he looks upwards. It's almost is like in the movies. At least both eyes are looking the same direction. You can't look at him forwards to tell because of his eyebrows. Actually, looking at him like this is actually terrifying. I don't know if it's just me. It's just how that eye is looking through upwards through there. Looks menacing. Then when you go like this, it looks goofy. Goofy, menacing. Goofy, menacing. Okay, I'm going to stop that. But yeah, paint job looks good, detailed. Looks great with all the little bumps and everything on him. Even his not his scales, but his spikes coming down his body and going to this tip. On his tail, actually find out that this part right here is actually a spike that grows from the tip of his tail, just like right here on the back of the foot or claws. That is actually a spike right here, and not just one of these spikes, but it's actually a spike like this, or claws like that. Alright, now we're going to move on to sizing. And to size him up, I'm going to pull, since I already had him still at the desk, we have Arctic Kong. Now this monster, these two, if you take this Kong and just make it like he's the one in King Kong Escapes, these two actually have met. Now I hope that they do bring Gorosaurus back to the MonsterVerse, especially in Kong's next movie. If they still do that, hopefully they will. But Gorosaurus would be actually the perfect monster for him, since Gorosaurus was actually made for Kong. But yeah, you got a little bit of size comparison. This is basically almost about the size that they were in the movie, about the same height, or Gorosaurus might have been a slightly taller. I'm not sure because that was a different suit, or else it could have been the same suit, just they just changed the color for the next movie. All right, we done that. Now we're going to pull out an SH Monster Arts figure, and that is Godzilla, just like I normally would pull out is Godzilla. And this is a 6-inch figure, but I just stood him up at his highest point. But normally you would see Godzilla figure probably be more with the legs like this, head facing more like this way. But he's still slightly taller, but it still works with the sizing. And this is probably how big Gorosaurus would be in the MonsterVerse. Or probably about Kong size, or slightly taller. Move Kong out the way for y'all to get like a size comparison with the tail length. Godzilla is slightly longer just because his tail is going upwards. But yeah, Gorosaurus is a cool monster, and I hope he does make an appearance in the MonsterVerse. Yep, we're going to move him out. I got one more thing to size him with, and that is a minifigure that I've had for years of... Oh, I dropped him. He landed on his feet, though. Is a mini Gorosaurus figure. And that actually does kind of work if I wanted to do something like being from this size to this size, like in a video one day, but I can still make him do the kick like this. But yeah, these are both the same monsters. This version right here probably did come from King Kong Escapes because of the green tone, while this one is from Destroy All Monsters with the gray tone. But they both also don't have the red under the neck, and I don't know why. Gonna move this guy out the way. But yep, that is the review on Gorosaurus. They are a couple things that actually does have Gorosaurus in it. Gorosaurus has been in 2 movies, King Kong Escapes, Godzilla Destroy All Monsters, and he's been in a couple comics, games. The one comic I know he's been in, since I have read the series, and that is Godzilla Rulers of Earth. That is a great comic series, and Gorosaurus is in it and does fight other monsters in there. And just being his own self. And how he looks just awesome. Now, I wish the Gorosaurus was in a game. Like, I mean, a fighting game where you could play as him, and like a actual PlayStation game or Xbox game or something, where you could have him in there. Because, I mean, Gorosaurus might not have a beam or something, but you got the bite, the claws, the kick, and when he kicks, you could make it where he could do like a super high jump like that. Now we just gotta wait for him to come down. Alright, he came back down. But yeah, Gorosaurus has potential, I think, to make it into the MonsterVerse and the Hollow Earth. If anything, have him in the background. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed this review and everything else. If y'all have any questions or anything. But oh yeah, before I forget, if you want a Gorosaurus, wait and be patient for your store to get it. Do not go to eBay or any other site to get him, because those scalpers are got that price for him raised so high you could buy probably 10 to 20, probably 40 Gorosauruses out of the store time you buy that one off eBay. I went. I was tempted to do it, and I was patient. And look what happened. I got my hands on him. I was glad I did. I might have made a fool out of myself in the store, running through the store hugging a toy. But you know what? It was worth it to have him in hand. And if y'all think that was funny, I wish I would have had that on camera because I had a couple people laughing at me while I was running. But if everybody knew how hard it was to get these figures, they probably wouldn't be laughing. I'm glad no one knew what I had at first, because I probably would have had everybody running after me. Because I was told every time this figure would get on shelves, it was gone as soon as it hit the shelf. So I was one of the lucky ones. But yeah, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see everybody next time.